transgressions in the past and which we had to overcome.
Well, there's a lot of things they don't know about that I will have to explain as they get older and they get iPhones and start to be able to read the internet. And I'm prepared to have those conversations, you know. I let them know that their dad's far from perfect. Their dad's made a lot of mistakes. He's done a lot of stupid things, influenced by stupid people, things like that. And and I let them know as well, like, you know, whatever they go through, I'll always be there. You know, they can tell me anything because I've probably already done it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I feel like my life makes me more relatable to not only them but people around the world. And ultimately, all I can do is make it right by being an example about you know, how you can turn it around and do better.
Do you think that's a silver lining, that the fact that you did turn it around, you can show them, look, even if you mess up, there's still a positive future out there for you?
Yeah, for sure, absolutely, and that's why I'm here right now, still sitting here today. You know, I could have retired a long time ago, but I'm still here fighting for all the people who I'm inspiring. You know what I mean? And the best way I can do that is by continuing to do the right things.
Is that why you've been so active since your return? You just sort of want to, I mean, obviously you're building momentum in the cage, but also with the fans outside, you're gaining that trust back and all that sort of momentum?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very aware that this is a sport, but it's also a platform. And legacies is not really about how many fights you can win. It's about what you do with your platform and how many lives you can change, how many people you can affect or inspire. And I feel like in the cage I don't really have much to prove. But in life I do, and I'm fighting for that.
Do you like setting your own goals? Because I think people are they're like, come on, you got to move up to heavyweight if you want this legacy. But I heard you say recently, you look at Michael Phelps, he had 20 Olympic titles, and you said, I want that many. Are you enjoying the fact that you're not being swayed by public pressure and you're setting your own goals?
Yeah, I think it's really important to set your own goals. I mean, talk about the first person who ran the 4-minute mile, right? How good that must feel. Or the first person to climb Mount Everest, how good that must feel. And I want to be one of those people in the world who was from a very simple background and did really extraordinary things. I think they say our biggest fear is not that we're inadequate, but that we're powerful beyond measure. And I want to inspire other people to be the first person to do something and show the world how powerful they could possibly be.
Not to me. You mentioned going into the cage, the scars, the humiliation, but it also seems like a brain injury, a reason why you don't want to go up to heavyweight for no reason.
Yeah.
How big of a fear is that?
Well, it's not a gigantic fear. Like I said, fear will drive you not to get hit, right? Fear will drive you to do the extra, to work on your defense and things like that. Fear will drive you to pick the right fights. But yeah, brain injury is a real thing. It really is, and it's something that I consider. You know, I appreciate being able to articulate my emotions and feelings, and I want to keep it that way. Because, like I said, I'm more than a fighter, and I got daughters to raise.
Do you think fighters don't take it seriously as maybe they should?
A lot of fighters don't, and a lot of fighters do. You know, on my own team, I have guys that giggle when they get punched in the face, and I've never found it funny.
Now, as far as DC, that being part of the reason it needs to be the right deal for a fight with DC to happen at heavyweight. Has there been talks? Anything? Nothing?
No, there's been no talks. No, but the UFC, they hear me. I know they hear me, and I know when they're ready for that to happen. I know how they'll approach me if they want it to happen.
You gave it a percentage. What's the percentage you think that fight could happen at heavyweight?
I think it's a very high percentage. I think there's about a 90% chance it's going to happen. It's going to be you guys. It's going to be you guys who make it happen. It's going to be you guys using your platforms to put the pressure on, asking questions like this. You know, why hasn't it happened? You know, you guys interviewing Dana and asking him, what do we got to do to get you to talk to Jones with that wallet out? You know, he has it. And, you know, I'm just respectfully asking for a bit more for a super fight.
How would that feel to be champ to take that away from Daniel Cormier?
To be champ would be amazing. Taking it from Daniel Cormier wouldn't mean anything to me. It wouldn't mean anything to me. I would actually feel a little bad, honestly. because he's a great champion. He respects himself. He carries himself well. He carries the sport very well. And to derail such a good man, it's not why I'm here.
If you moved up to heavyweight, would you stay up or would you try and go between the two divisions?
I would try to go between the two divisions. I envision myself being a heavyweight that weighs about 245. I think that's a solid weight to move around. It still gives me my agility, speed, you know. I think that'd be a good moving weight for me.
There's been a lot of talk about DC. If you were to see him, have you thought about what you would say to him?
No, I have nothing to say to him. I have nothing to say to him. I feel like I have nothing to say to Daniel Cormier, Anthony Smith, Alexander Gustafsson, Vitor Belfort, Lyoto Machida, Mauricio Shogun-Hua, Ryan Bader. Get what I'm saying? Daniel Cormier to me is just one. He's a number in a hat.
So will you still want him on heavyweight if he loses? If he doesn't have a belt, will he still attractive to you?
No. If Daniel were to lose, he'd be exactly where he is to me now. Just one of my past opponents. He's not a champion anymore.
Diego Santos just said that
I can't say that he's not a champion anymore because Daniel will always be a champion.
yeah, Diego Santos just earlier said that he's stronger and faster than both Cormier and Alex Gustafsson. And I think that's the way he can beat you. Is that how you see him? Stronger and faster?
Stronger and faster. I don't know. You know, I'll have to get out there and test him against my speed. Maybe I can answer that question for you after the fight.